What's up guys, welcome to the channel. This is new. This is a new type of video for us that we haven't done before. So we are doing some deer seasons, like pre-season scouting tonight. That's actually a field of public right there that we just drove past, but this is just a place that's a little bit closer to the house. It's gonna be really easy for me to just run out here if I've got half a day that I can hunt or just a few hours in the evening, something like that. So we're only gonna have about an hour out here today before it gets dark, maybe an hour and a half. Which is fine because I've really got three goals. There's a small area of it that I'm wanting to look at, and we're gonna try to find buck bedding, oak trees, and then we're gonna go and sit on one of the crop fields and see if any deer come out this evening. It's really not a crop field. I don't know what's planted in it. It's not corn or beans or anything like that. It's just it's a spot where I know the deer come out to in the evenings. I gotta stop saying it. I thought I could do it, but I couldn't do it. That looked like a cop car. And there's one little part of it where it would be really easy to get set up on the ground there if I think some deer are coming out in this bottom corner. It's the perfect place in the field for them to come out and feed and still be hidden. They'd be coming out of a marsh and then actually coming through a bunch of kudzu to get to this little bottom corner. So I know they're down there some. I want to see if I can see some, hopefully see some bucks. I think there's some access. I think there's an access point that is not on the public. It's on some weird, on Onyx, it's marked as the county owns it. So I'm just gonna see if it looks legal to park there. It'd save us about 3/4 of a mile of walking if that's somewhere we could go into. We've got Mosley with us, and we got Dana with us. We're trying to use this new camera, figure out how it's gonna work so that we're all ready to rip during deer season. So thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll get some eyes on some deer here in a little while. I'll figure out who lives in that house and call them. So that's what's marked at the place I thought I was gonna park. Hunting, fishing, any purpose, strictly forbidden. Well, I'm not gonna hunt on this land, I just need it to walk across the road. Oh well. Okay, so, answered our question. We ran into the guy. There's one house back there along that road, and on our way out, we ran into the guy that lives there. And as soon as I asked him, he's like, no, we can't get in there back there. You gotta go to blah, blah, blah. Go to such and such road where I have been accessing it and figured that was probably the only option. But you know, it's obvious people have tried to get back there before or have gone back there before. So it's not an option, but it's worth a shot. All right, so right here off the road, you've got a couple trails that seem to cut up into this piece. So we're just gonna walk this field edge real quick, let Mose lead the way. And a lot of this stuff over here gets leased for hay. Come on, Mose. So we're gonna see if we can find any sign that's been set up in here. Okay, so this is not where we'd planned on looking, but here she comes. Mose has followed a trail in. First one we've seen through here. We're gonna walk to the end of the field, and then if that's the only one we've got, we may poke our heads in there and see what we got. Anything in there, Mose? Well, this is not what I was hoping to find. We got a trail camera watching a corn pile. So, obviously, not ideal. Obviously, it's not the ideal thing to find, but there's definitely got to be deer that come through here. It looks really good. All it really is, I don't know how well you can see this. Probably not at all. I don't know. The corn pile that this guy's got is sitting kind of right in the middle of a little funnel. It'd just be a really easy corridor for them to travel through. All this is a real nice little bowl. I'm sure you would think during the rut, this would kind of be a little thermal hub they could come through and scent check a lot of stuff. Not ideal. Found a camera in a corn pile. Oh no. So, no bueno.
No bueno.
So I'm assuming we're not close to where a lot of these deer are bedded, and we're not close to where they're going to be bedded during the season, but there's a ton of trails that are cutting through this hayfield. Where we were at on the other side of the road's just right through that little patch of woods, but I mean, they're just milling around here. You got, I mean, a ton of trails cutting through it, so who knows where all they really are coming from. It's got to be from the back. Way back here, there's a marsh that I know from this past winter. There's a lot of deer bedding in because I was back there looking at them and jumped a few out of it. There's beds back there everywhere that I bet they go to when they get pressure because there's no good trees to hunt out of. And ooh, look at all this clover. Ooh, that's why they're coming up here. Look at all that. Dang.
That's pretty.
That is pretty. So our plan, we're gonna get way up there on the high point, look down in the bottom, then we ought to be able to see some deer if they come out of this tree line and coming down here to feed on this clover. So that's the plan.
We're sitting on top of the ridge. When Sam was walking up the ridge, I heard a bunch of deer back in the woods here, back behind the view along the ridge here. So we're going to sit here and see if any of them come out to eat some of the clover that's kind of right on the edge there. Give it about 30 minutes, see what happens, and probably we see something.
Okay, so walking back to the car, we kind of stopped close to where Dana had heard those deer, and this is the one real big, obvious trail that's leading out of what is otherwise some thick, gnarly stuff. And where it pops out at, not surprisingly, is right at kind of the little bottom drain to where they can come out and kind of have walls of this field protecting them on both sides. But I'm gonna run to the bottom of this real quick, and then, but I can already tell that tree right there would be a good one to get in. Other than the fact, no, it's not poison ivy, that's 5 leaves. And you would probably be able to have a little window to the field, but I bet you're gonna have a lot of deer moving down here below you. Hey, I'll be right back. This isn't far at all. But I wanna see some buck sign. I have not seen any good buck sign this entire time, which is disappointing. Of course, I would be completely content to come out here and shoot a doe. Would love to, trust me. But some buck sign would be nice. That's just not bad. Okay. All right, so we were not successful in seeing deer. We heard deer. Dana heard deer. And I think that I'll probably go watch that field one more night when it gets closer to season and sit on the other side, because then I can see the bottom and I can see that ridge we were sitting on. And actually, after walking that side, I hadn't walked that far wood line before. There's definitely more deer using that side than the opposite side. So if I go sit on the other side, I can watch the bottom, watch that field. Maybe we see deer, maybe we don't. That's not the main area I'm planning on hunting anyways. It was just, it's kind of close to the house. Gave us something to do tonight. But we ended up at Sonic, which just always happens when we go and look at land, and ocean water. So I talk about bangs a lot. I drink a lot of bangs and rains. Ocean water is right up there. It's dang good. And Mosley got a little ice cream cup. So,
which is basically gone.
Which is basically gone. So thank you, Sonic, the lovely staff at Sonic in East Town, for the ice cream cup. All right, that's it. I'm going to the lease tomorrow, and then Chickamauga on Sunday, and we're gonna scout land while we're fishing Chickamauga. Gonna be an eventful weekend. We'll probably get rained on at some point. That's okay. So thanks for watching. Finish the forest. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't, you might want to block it. I don't know, but I don't want you to watch something you don't like. So if you like it, subscribe. Thanks. See, I don't know how to end a video. There's Dana. All right, there you go. Till next time.